Have you ever wondered what your future self would say to you right now? Would they thank you, or would they wish you had done things a little differently? Let's talk about two friends, Alex and Ben, who asked themselves that very question. Alex was the life of every party. His motto was, "You only live once," and he lived it to the fullest. Late nights, spontaneous trips, spending his paycheck as soon as it hit his account. That was Alex. He believed life was for living, right here, right now. Why worry about a future that wasn't guaranteed? Ben was different. He was quieter, more thoughtful. He also believed in enjoying life, but his idea of enjoyment was a bit longer term. While Alex was out, Ben was often at home, honing a new skill, reading a book, or working on a side project. He wasn't missing out on life. He was investing in it. He believed that the small sacrifices he made today were building blocks for a future he dreamed of. Their friends often teased Ben. "Come on, Ben, live a little. You're so serious all the time." Alex would chime in, "Exactly. The future will take care of itself. Let's have fun now." Ben would just smile and say, "I am having fun. This is my kind of fun." He found genuine joy in learning and growing, seeing his small efforts compound over time. He was building something, piece by piece. 5 years passed. Alex's live-for-the-moment lifestyle started to catch up with him. The fun was still there, but it was overshadowed by a growing sense of unease. He was in the same job, living paycheck to paycheck, and the constant chase for the next thrill was becoming exhausting. He started to feel like he was running in place, watching others move forward. The future he never planned for had arrived, and it felt empty. One evening, feeling particularly lost, Alex called Ben. He expected Ben to be the same old serious guy, but the person who answered was full of energy and excitement. Ben had just launched the business he'd been building with his side projects. The skills he'd spent years developing were now the foundation of his own company. He was traveling, not on a whim, but to meet international clients. He was financially secure, not because he got lucky, but because he had a plan. He was still the same thoughtful Ben, but now he had the freedom to live life on his own terms, a freedom he had earned. Alex confessed his feelings of being stuck. Ben listened patiently, without a hint of, "I told you so." "It's never too late, Alex," Ben said. "You haven't wasted your life. You've just been living a different chapter. The future isn't something that just happens to us. It's something we build, one day at a time. Your now is just the starting point for your then." He continued, "Think of it like this. Every small positive action you take today is a gift you're sending to your future self. Every time you choose to learn something new, instead of scrolling, or save a little money, instead of splurging, or work on a goal for just 30 minutes, instead of watching another episode, that's a thank you note to the person you'll be in 5 years. And trust me, that person will be incredibly grateful." That conversation was a turning point for Alex. He realized he didn't have to become Ben. He just had to start being a friend to his own future. He didn't quit having fun, but he redefined it. Fun became learning to code, a skill he'd always been curious about. Fun became starting a fitness journey and feeling his energy levels soar. Fun became setting goals and celebrating the small wins along the way. He started small. Instead of going out every weekend, he'd go out one night and use the other to work on his new skills. He started putting a small portion of his paycheck into savings before he spent anything else. It wasn't easy. There were times he wanted to go back to his old ways, but then he'd picture his future self, and he'd ask, "What would he want me to do right now?" Another 5 years went by. Alex was now a successful web developer. He worked for a company he loved, had paid off his debts, and was even planning a trip around the world, something he'd always dreamed of, but never could afford. He was still the fun-loving Alex, but his joy was deeper, more sustainable. It was the joy of accomplishment, of creating a life he was proud of. He met up with Ben, who was now a leader in his industry. They sat at a cafe, not as two different personalities, but as two happy people who had found their own paths to fulfillment. "You know," Alex said, smiling, "I finally get it. My future self owes you a huge thank you." Ben shook his head. He doesn't owe me anything. He owes you. You're the one who did the work. The story of Alex and Ben is not about one way of life being right and the other being wrong. It's about balance. It's about understanding that the person you will be in the future is a direct result of the choices you make today. Your future self is not a stranger, they are you, and they are counting on you. Every single day, you have a choice. You can choose immediate gratification, or you can choose to invest in your future. It doesn't have to be a monumental sacrifice. It can be as simple as reading for 15 minutes, going for a walk, learning one new thing, or saving just a few dollars. These small, seemingly insignificant actions are the seeds you plant today for the garden you'll enjoy tomorrow. Don't let your future self look back with regret, wishing you had started sooner. Start now. Start small. Do something today that your future self will thank you for. Because the best time to build a better future was yesterday. The second best time is right now. What is one small thing you can do today to say thank you to your future self? Think about it, and more importantly, do it. Thank you so much for watching. If this story resonated with you, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content to help you build your best life. We'll see you in the next video.